What do you see as vulnerable in the financial markets at the moment? So we should have foreseen the financial crisis better. Some people did, but no action was taken. What should we worry about in 2018?
Well, sort of the existential risk out there over financial markets is that very low real inflation-adjusted interest rates have been propping up asset prices, bond prices in every class. We don't quite know why they went down so far. And if they rise, that really could cause a lot of pain from Italy to emerging markets. With real interest rates this low, if they stay this low, it's not easy to have a systemic financial crisis because you can borrow for so little. But clearly, emerging markets are the big vulnerability at the moment.
Do you worry about shadow banking? And actually, we don't really know the extent of shadow banking in China.
Oh, China. I would include China in worrying about emerging markets. If we're going to have a really big global crisis, it's going to come out of China. I don't hold with those who say this time is different. China will never have a financial crisis. I think they're going to have a lot of trouble keeping the growth rate up at the rate they need politically without having debt to continue to rise. That's absolutely a point of vulnerability in the global economy.
To that point, and I remember halfway through This Time is Different, you talk about the Spanish and the Spanish Armada, and everybody's walking around trying to save medieval Europe or early modern Europe, I should say. And I know this time isn't different, but what does Ken Rogoff look at in China when you try to observe instabilities? When you wake up in the morning and you go to your 3 Bloomberg terminals, what do you look at?
Well, I think when we try to have indicators of when exactly a financial crisis...
We can't do that.
We can't. They're very weak. There's some things, the level of debt, very rapid rise in asset prices, and China's sort of ticking off everything. However, it's this very centrally planned economy. They can quickly absorb everything, government action. No, I think it's not easy to call. But on the other hand, will it eventually have a big slowdown for a couple of years? I don't think that is hard to call. I think, of course, it will.